Welcome back to the Natty Project with your host, Jared Moore. We have Caitlin Sharpley alongside today as well. We're going to be talking about 5 ways that you can work out outside of the gym and how external factors alongside of those ways you're working out can help your mental health. So first one we're going to dive into a little bit. Kate, we're going to have you talk about it. Running, jogging, or walking. Tell me how that's going to benefit your mental health and how that's another way you can, maybe you can't make it to the gym today. Maybe you have no desire to go to the gym today. It doesn't fit into your schedule, whatever that may be. How does the convenience factor, how does this all fall into play here?
Okay, so running, jogging, or walking, first, it's all personal preference of which one you want to do. I personally hate running, jogging. So I go on a lot of walks. Of course, it's a great health benefit. Like, I get my daily steps in and it keeps my body moving. But most of the time, I go on a walk for the mental aspect and I'll listen to a podcast, or once in a while, I'll just listen to nothing and just be in with my own thoughts. Or I'll listen to music. It depends on what kind of mood I'm in, but a lot of times I'll listen to podcasts and that will just kind of clear my mind. If something's bothering me, I'll listen to that sort of podcast, but I'm moving my body, I'm exercising my body and my mind at the same time. So it's super beneficial and you can do it right around your neighborhood. You don't have to go anywhere special and you don't have to go to the gym. If it's raining, you can go walk on the treadmill. That obviously takes a lot less time than a full workout, but you can pretty much do it at your own convenience in the comfort of pretty much your own home, near your own home, I guess.
Yeah, near your own home. I don't know how many steps you're going to get walking around the inside of your own home, but
Well, I have a walking pad inside of my house, which not everybody has, but it's
also known as a
basically
treadmill.
it's like a treadmill without the top half. I do have that in my house. So when it's raining, I will just use that, but obviously not everybody has that. So
In the comfort of your own home. So the second way we can work out outside of the gym that we're going to talk about is team sports. So joining a rec league, or even playing pickup games, anything like that. So we talked about it in previous episodes, but the socializing, that aspect of your mental health and what you can get from going to the gym and talking to people who share the same mindset as you, it's still the same here. So if we were to join, or if you were to join a men's league for basketball or a co-ed league for volleyball, soccer, whatever it may be, or even if you're just playing pickup basketball at the end of the street, you're working out, you're moving your body, you're doing some form of cardio, and at the same time, you're socializing with people who share like-minded interests. So it's another way that you can get out, move your body, talk to people, similar to you, and, avoid the gym if that's how you're feeling that day, or you just can't make it there. Sometimes for whatever reason, maybe you don't have a car that day, maybe you can't drive, maybe you don't have your license, whatever it may be. There's a ton of different options. Just go, socialize, move your body, and keep moving your body. So that's another way we can move outside of the gym. And then again, if you're playing outside for that league or for that pickup game, you have all the other external factors. So you have, the sun, the breeze, everything like that. You can hear external noises, things that might just boost your overall mood. So that's the second way. The third way we're going to talk about today is going to be hiking. Hiking's a fun one. There's a lot you can do with this. We're going to let Kate talk on that one for a little bit.
well, I was going to talk on team sports.
Go for it.
I had something to add. You don't even have to go do a team sport. Obviously not many people our age have children. I mean, some do, but for people that do have kids, you can always just take your son or daughter outside once they're of walking age, and you can play football or soccer or basketball with them, and you're getting quality time with your kid while exercising and getting some sunlight. So it's like a 3-in-1 benefit. But
Yeah.
number 3, hiking. Hiking is my favorite one. I just love hiking, and I usually go with a friend. Sorry. I usually go with a friend. Jared being that friend. So, but it's really nice because I just won't go on my phone. We'll have a nice, long, deep conversation, and there's usually a super pretty view. So I get out in nature. I get to have nice, deep, quality conversations with my friends, like people that I love, and I'm obviously walking. Depending on the hike, it could be a really steep and hard hike. We've gone on a couple of those, and that was a workout in itself. But hiking, you don't really think of it as like being some sort of big exercise. Obviously, it's not in the gym, it's outside, and it's more of like a fun activity to do than thinking about, oh my gosh, I need to work out. I'm going to go on a hike.
Yeah, when you think about hiking, definitely go prepared or do some research into the terrain that you're going to be walking. More often than not, sneakers will get the job done, but there are times where sneakers won't get the job done. So know what kind of footwear you're going to need, know what kind of clothes you're going to need if it's a buggy area, if you're going to be walking through, wood and stuff like that, you don't want to get bit. But it is great exercise, and it's one that's, in my opinion, very underappreciated. The workout that you get after going on a hike, or how you feel after going on a hike. I mean, you're exhausted. You just really put your body through an intense workout, and you'll feel it. I mean, so in our case, we decided that we were going to hike up some random steep mountain in the middle of nowhere right after doing legs in the gym, which was a disaster, for lack of a better term. I mean, it was the point where my legs were shaking walking back down.
We weren't even talking on the way up because we were that out of breath. It was so steep.
Yeah. So another form of exercise, and it is really, really fun. It's fun and entertaining. You're going to see a bunch of things that you can't drive to. Really, the only way to get to these places is to walk up and back down. So it brings a lot of a new outlook on working out. And then you start to, maybe you build a love for that, and you start to go travel and, take on new hikes, new adventures, stuff like that. And that becomes a passion of yours. So that might be one way that you start moving outside of the gym and it turns into something life-changing for you. Next one we're going to talk about is yoga, some form of a yoga class, or even yoga outside by yourself or with a friend, anything like that. There's a couple different ways you can do it. It doesn't have to be led by somebody. You can download apps on your phone where they can lead it for you. You can lead it yourself if you know how. And you can just YouTube. You can just be in nature and sitting on the ground, collecting your thoughts and just at peace with what's going on, the weather, everything like that. Or you can do it, in a studio. You can find yoga classes at almost every gym now at this point. And they are led by, certified instructors who are going to run you through a well put together program. And it's just something where, while it's not an intense workout, it is definitely a form of a workout. You're going to stretch yourself. You're going to put your body in positions that you may have never been in those positions before, and you might not be capable of doing what others can do in that class who have been doing it longer than you. But if you stick with it, that's another form of working out where your body is going to take a lot from it. Anything you want to add on that one?
So for a lot of people that do a ton of intense workouts, I think that yoga will be super beneficial. And again, if you want to, during COVID, I would just kind of watch YouTube videos and do it in my own room. So you didn't really have to have social interaction if that's not what you wanted. But it's really good for stretching out your muscles and clearing your mind, improving your flexibility. So it works on a different aspect of your mind and your body than, say, running or weightlifting would.
Anything else on that one?
No.
Oh, well, you just kind of stopped. I wasn't sure if that was, you just kind of cut your sentence off. All right. And then the last form of movement, working out outside of the gym that we're going to talk about today is some form of a cycle class or even biking outside by yourself. We're going to let Kate start on that one.
So I'm not a frequent cycler, but once in a while I do like to cycle, and I'll go to a spin class where it's led by an instructor. But the mental aspect of it, physically it's really, really freaking hard. But mentally it's also challenging, and you're pushing yourself, pushing your body. Again, it's not in a gym. It is in more of a group environment, but you're also so on your own. and so everybody's just in their zone. But it gives you like so much mental clarity and peace because the music is just blaring, the instructor is pushing you, and you're really just cycling away. So it's a nice, obviously, form of exercise, both mentally and physically, and I personally enjoy it. It's not for everybody, and it is very, very tiring. So you might be a little knocked out for the rest of the day, but I think it's super beneficial.
Yeah, cycling certainly is not one for me.
Yeah, Jared wouldn't go with me. I asked him to go on my birthday, and he wouldn't go cycling with me.
I'll do it to warm up my body before I start a workout. But it's just not my ideal form of working out. Listen, there are a bunch of different options. We gave you 5. You can find 5 more within a span of 5 minutes if you really wanted to. The main point, the main takeaway here is just to get your body moving, keep your body moving, and find alternatives if the gym isn't for you. So that wraps up, 5 ways you can get moving outside of the gym if you don't have time, you don't want to, whatever it may be. Next week, we're going to dive into the difference between bulking and cutting. So we're going to kind of go back into inside of the gym in that sense. And we're going to explain the differences between bulking and cutting, when to do them, what the differences are, why people do them more frequently than others. We're just going to break down the science between bulking and cutting and what the actual facts are. So stay tuned. We'll talk to you next week. See you guys.